You say something embarrassing in front of a room full of people. Your face goes hot. Heat crawls up your neck. Everyone can see it happening, live in real time. There is nothing you can do to stop it. You cannot hide it, cannot control it, cannot will it away. And here is the strange part. No other animal on earth does this. Not one. Dogs don't blush. Chimpanzees don't blush. Elephants, dolphins, crows, none of them turn red when they mess up in front of the group. Only you do. Only humans do. So why would evolution build a signal that broadcasts your embarrassment to everyone around you at the exact moment you most want to hide it? That question bothered Charles Darwin so much that he spent years chasing the answer. He called blushing the most peculiar and most human of all expressions. Peculiar because it seemed to break every rule he understood about survival. Think about it. Almost every trait that stuck around through evolution did so because it helped an animal survive or reproduce. Sharp claws help you hunt. Camouflage helps you hide. Blushing helps you do neither. It does the opposite. It makes your internal state visible to every set of eyes in the room at the exact moment you're most vulnerable. Darwin studied this for over a decade. He sent letters to missionaries, doctors, and travelers around the world, asking one question. Do the people you observe blush? The answers came back strikingly consistent. From Australia to Africa to South America, humans blushed. Different cultures, different languages, different customs, same reddening face. Darwin concluded that blushing wasn't a learned social habit. It was something deeper. Something wired in. But wired in for what? To understand that, you have to rewind further than embarrassment, further than social etiquette, further even than language. You have to go back to a time when your ancestors lived in small, tightly bonded groups where reputation was survival. There were no strangers passing through. There was no anonymity. If you broke a rule, stole food, lied to the group, or failed to pull your weight, everyone knew. And in a group of 30 or 40 people who all depended on each other for protection and food, being cast out wasn't just uncomfortable. It was often a death sentence. This is where the story gets stranger. A visible involuntary blush was not a flaw in the system. It may have been the system working exactly as intended. Psychologist Ray Crozier, who has spent much of his career studying blushing, describes it as an honest signal. In a world full of people who can lie with words, who can fake an apology or a look of remorse, blushing cannot be faked convincingly. It happens too fast. It's controlled by the same part of your nervous system that controls your heartbeat and your sweat glands, not the part you use to choose your words. When you blush after being caught in a lie or after doing something clumsy in public, your body is involuntarily broadcasting something your words alone could never prove. It's saying, I know I broke the rule. I feel bad about it. You can trust that I care what you think of me. That last part is the key. Blushing isn't really about hiding your shame. It's about proving your shame is real. Picture two people in your ancestors group who both accidentally offend someone. One of them blushes deeply, looks away, stammers an apology. The other stays completely composed, expression flat, voice steady. Who does the group forgive faster? Who gets welcomed back into the circle around the fire that night? Research on social emotions, including work by psychologist Dacher Keltner, has shown that visible embarrassment actually increases how much other people like and trust you afterward. It sounds backwards, but a blush works like a peace offering written directly onto your skin. It tells the group, I am not a threat. I care about my standing here. Please don't push me out. This is why blushing spread through the human species even though, on the surface, it looks like a liability. It wasn't selected because it made individuals look strong. It was selected because it made groups more cohesive. A species that could quickly detect who felt genuine remorse and forgive them faster, could repair social ruptures without violence or permanent exile. Groups that could do this stayed together longer. Groups that stayed together longer survived longer. Your ability to blush may be a fossil of that ancient social contract, still running in your body today. Now, here's the part that should really unsettle you. You still blush for almost the exact same reasons your ancestors did 70,000 years ago, even though the modern situations look nothing alike. You don't blush because a lion is chasing you. You blush because you tripped in front of coworkers, or because someone complimented you in front of a group, or because your name got called out and everyone turned to look. None of these moments threaten your physical survival, but your nervous system doesn't know that. It still reacts as if the entire tribe's opinion of you is on the line, because for most of human history, it genuinely was. Psychologist Mark Leary has spent decades researching what he calls the sociometer, the idea that humans carry an internal gauge constantly measuring how much others value and accept us. When that gauge senses a drop, even a small one, like fumbling your words during a presentation, the body responds as though a real threat has appeared. Heart rate climbs. Blood vessels in your face dilate. Heat rises to the surface of your skin. This entire cascade fires in a fraction of a second, long before your conscious mind decides how it wants to react. You don't choose to blush. Your ancient tribal alarm system chooses for you. This also explains something that seems contradictory at first. Blushing tends to get worse the more you try to stop it. You notice your face getting hot, and the awareness itself adds a new layer of social exposure. Because now you're not just embarrassed by the original event. You're embarrassed that people can see you're embarrassed. The sociometer reads this as an even bigger threat to your standing, so it turns up the signal even more. It's a feedback loop your body inherited from a world where suppressing a strong emotional reaction, without addressing the group's concern, could look even more suspicious than the reaction itself. Interestingly, some researchers have found that people who are physically incapable of blushing, due to certain neurological or medical conditions, often report being perceived as colder or less trustworthy in social situations, even though nothing about their actual behavior changed. The presence of a blush shapes how forgiving other people are toward you. Its absence can quietly work against you, even if you never notice why. So the next time your face burns after tripping over your own words in a meeting, or after a compliment catches you off guard in front of friends, understand what's actually happening underneath your skin. You are not malfunctioning. You are running a communication system your ancestors depended on to stay inside the circle of protection and food and survival. It evolved not to punish you, but to protect the bonds that once meant the difference between life and death. Every blush is a small, involuntary message sent from a part of your brain that still believes the tribe is watching, and still believes your place within it. Depends on how honestly you respond when something goes wrong. You say something embarrassing in front of a room full of people, and your face goes hot. It feels like betrayal from your own body. But it isn't. It's loyalty. It's the oldest peace offering you have, one that your ancestors relied on long before apologies had words, and one that, whether you like it or not, is still working exactly the way it was built to.